Welcome all of you in SST College of Arts and Commerce. This is SST Edupedia. I am Assistant Professor Deepak Gavade. Today we are going to learn a topic which is common in two classes, that is FYBA and FYBAMMC in semester 2. The subject in FYBA is Communication Skills in English 2 and in FYBAMMC it is Effective Communication and the topic is Report Writing. So let's begin. First of all, we will try to understand what is a report. We come across many reports. So let's try to understand what is a report. A report is a short, sharp, concise document which is written for a particular purpose and audience. So here we come across few features of report. So how should be a report? A report should be a short document. It should be very sharp and concise document, and it always tells the facts. It states the facts and written for a particular audience. Usually there are many types of reports we come across, but here in this lecture we are going to deal with two types of report which are given in your syllabus. Those reports are, number one, that is activity report, and number two, it is news report. Now, apart from this, there are various types of report. There are various business reports, progress report, annual general report, and so many types are there. But here we are going to deal with these two types given in the syllabus. First, we will try to understand what activity or event report is. Now, an event report is written to check whether an event you organized was successful and meet its objectives. See, before organizing any event, we set certain objectives and we are having certain purpose of organizing that events. So when we write the report of that event, we come to know whether we have achieved those objectives or not, or what is the success of that particular activity or that particular event. Further, by writing a report about an event, you can not only determine the results of that event, but also decide what changes you should make to reach success. If suppose the event is not that much successful as you desired before arranging that particular event, but after writing the report you come across the points which you missed during that particular event, so in next time it is helpful, and it also keeps the permanent record. If we write the report of that particular event, it is a permanent record, because we know that it is a feature or advantage of report writing, advantage of written communication also. In a report, a person describes a brief record of the event that took place. So means in activity report or the event report, what we are going to write? We are going to write how that particular event happened, how the activity took place. So if you are willing to write the particular activity or event report, what should you follow? There are certain rules which you can follow, or certain guidelines rather, I would like to say. The first is you should give a title or specific heading of the topic. When you are writing any event report, you have to give it a title. So from title, your reader will come to know that what is that particular report is about. So your title should give a clear idea about that particular activity or that particular event. Then the second point which you should keep in your mind when you are writing the activity or the event report is write the place that where that particular event happened. If suppose it is your college, so write the name of your college, the city or the village where your college is located. Then write date when that particular event took place. The date should be mentioned. Then and time of the event, at what time the event was organized. So you should mention all these details in your activity report or the event report which we are learning. Then mention the reporter's name. This is also important, that who is writing this particular report. So don't forget to mention the name of the reporter. Then write the report in the past tense. So from the grammar point of view, because all the incidents happened in the past, that's why we have to write the report in past tense. In reported speech, here somebody else is describing about the event, so you have to use reported speech. Direct and indirect speech. Indirect speech means reported speech. And passive form of expressions. So your report will be grammatically accurate if you follow these points. Then the next rule which you have to follow is include the expressions of the audience present in the event. So the event may be attended by so many people, so you have to include their feedback, their expressions. How did they feel by attending that particular event? It should be mentioned in the report. Then contents should be related to the topic to present your ideas and make the report interesting. So the reader should find it interesting. And the next one, that write the conclusion of your findings, that what you find out, it should be mentioned in your report. So these are certain rules which you have to follow when you are writing the report. Now let's look at one example of activity report. The example which is given here, report writing on blood donation camp. Suppose one blood donation camp is organized in your college and you are writing the report. So here I have written a report of that particular blood donation camp, for example. So you will get an idea that how you should write that particular report. So here suppose the title report on blood donation camp, you can write when it is happened, you can mention the date, then you can mention the name of the person who is writing, and then the first paragraph. On Saturday 23rd January 2022, our college organized a blood donation camp on our campus. All the students were requested to donate blood. 7 nurses and 3 doctors from District Civil Hospital came to our college for providing their valuable services for the mission. The core goal of this program was to collect blood and donate it to District Civil Hospital. Now this is the first paragraph, introductory paragraph of the report. Then moving ahead, the principal, faculty members including me and the students donated their blood happily. We felt proud of such kind of good deed by helping needy people. Furthermore, outsiders were also invited for this purpose. A large number of people gave their blood willingly. All were happy that they got the opportunity to participate in this act. Then the doctors collected more than 200 units of blood from the volunteers. The collected blood was donated to the hospital as per the goal of the program to save the lives of the patients suffering with thalassemia. After donating blood, the donors felt heartily happiness and contentment after giving a great service to humanity. The last paragraph, the principal also arranged fresh juices for all the volunteers so they may not feel fatigue after donating blood. In the last moments, the principal thanked everyone for their cooperation and we promised to frequently become a part of such programs. So likewise, you can write activity report on various activities. Few are jotted down here, the list is given. You can write a report as per the example which has been shown to you right now. For example, you can write the report on tree plantation program conducted in your college, or celebration of Environment Day in college, or celebration of Republic Day in college, annual day in college, sports day in college, and many more. Lots of activities take place in college, so you can write activity report on that particular activity. So this is one type till now we have covered in reports, that is activity report. Now moving ahead, another type which we have to learn and understand, that is news report. So many times or regularly I hope that you read newspapers, and it is actually a good habit. Everyone should read newspapers, and in newspapers we come across news reports. So how those news reports are written, and in exam also this question will be asked to you, that write news report. So how to write it? So before that, let's try to understand what exactly the news report is. So what is news report writing? A news report is fact-based story. See, the word fact is very important. It is a fact-based story on a particular event or incident happening or happened. Both we can write in news, the incident happened or the incident which is going to happen in coming future. News report gives all the information about incidents that already happened or currently taking place, along with covering answers of 5 W's and 1 H. Now what are those 5 W's? 5 W stands for what, where, when, who, why, and 1 H, that is how. The answer of these 5 W's and 1 H should be written in news report. Now let's try to understand the format of news report. See, when we read newspapers, generally what catches our attention? Headline. So headline is the first part of any news story or news report. Headline. It is the title of that particular report, and the title should be very short because it should catch the attention of the readers. Then there is byline. In byline, the name of the reporter, the person who is writing the report, is written. Then lead paragraph, which is known as introductory paragraph. In introductory paragraph, you answer the questions 5 W's and 1 H. If you ask these questions to headline, the answer should be given in lead or introductory paragraph. Then the body, which is the explanation, detailed explanation about the particular event or the incident which happened. And the last part, that is the conclusion. Conclusion means the ending part of that particular report. Now when news report is written, we have to follow inverted pyramid. Now on the screen you can see inverted pyramid of news report is given. So actually what is this inverted pyramid is, on the top you have to write most newsworthy information. So you can answer those questions: who, what, when, where, why, how. Then below that, important details. After that, after answering the questions, and you can write certain important details, and then some other general information or background information should be written. This is the inverted pyramid style of writing. Then again we will try to understand in deep 5 W's and 1 H. Already I explained you what is 5 W's and 1 H is. What, where, when, who, why, and how. So what involves the incident or what involves that particular event, you have to write the answer in your news report. Then when involves the date and time when that incident took place, you have to mention that particular date and time in the report. Where, it involves the places and venue that incident took place. Why involves the reason of that particular event or the incident, and who is mentioned to tell about the people involved. Who people are involved in this particular incident and how was the event. You have to answer all these questions, so your news report will be very appropriate. One sample we can see here, sample of a news report. The headline: major earthquake strikes the central region, and the byline by reporter. You can mention that the name of the reporter, or you can mention like by reporter, and this is the lead paragraph. A magnitude 7.0 earthquake struck the central region of the country early this morning, causing widespread damage and leaving at least 100 people injured. This is the body of the news report. The earthquake, which occurred at 4:37 am local time, was centered approximately 20 miles southwest of the city of X. It was felt as far as 200 miles away, with reports of shaking and structural damage in several nearby towns and cities. According to the National Earthquake Information Center, the quake was followed by several aftershocks, the largest of which had a magnitude of 5.4. The extent of some damage is still being assessed, but local authorities have reported significant damage to buildings and infrastructure, including collapsed bridges and roads. Power and telecommunications are also reported to be disrupted in some areas. The local hospital has treated at least 100 people for injuries ranging from minor cuts and bruises to broken bones. Emergency services are working to evacuate residents from damaged buildings and provide assistance to those affected by the earthquake. Then the conclusion part. It is not yet clear what caused the earthquake or how long the recovery process will take. Officials are urging residents to remain calm and follow any evacuation or safety instructions issued by emergency services. The government has also announced that it will be providing financial assistance to those affected by the earthquake. So that's all about newspaper report writing and activity report writing. I hope you understood the topic. Thank you very much for watching.